It's so good to see you in real life.
It's good to see you, and you're in that chair now. Last time you were here, you were guest hosting.
I did.
You did a wonderful job. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, but there's a but. I'm not as physically inclined as you, I found out about myself. I have my Broadway credentials, but you dance so effortlessly, and I tried doing the Ellen thing going up the stairs,
Yep.
and it turns out I'm very unfit.
By the time you sit down, you're out of breath.
I was like, let's cut to a break.
Yeah.
And that was not written. That was just me struggling to
Right.
live.
Yeah, no, it's, you definitely, I can't imagine how many steps throughout the years that I did doing that, which is why I've stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw before that you had that circus clown coming down the stairs on his hands, and I was like, I'm really, that I could never do in my life.
Yeah.
I would die.
Yeah.
I would actually die.
That circus clown's gonna punch you in the neck.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Remarkable, by the way.
Yeah.
Remarkable work.
Yeah. He'll walk down here on his hands.
You want to see a circus clown? Check out my feet.
Kick you with this while he's on his hands. He'll kick you. Hey, listen, I saw a picture of you in Joshua Tree, which is beautiful. Had you been there before?
I had never been there. And I took my kids, because it's the one thing you can do during a pandemic, it turns out. And we went, and that's me there in front of the Joshua Trees. And we went bouldering, which I don't know if you've done bouldering.
I've not.
Don't do bouldering. It's very scary. My 7-year-old, she got to the top and started taking a video of me, and I got like halfway up and was so proud of myself, and then she just kept going higher and higher. And that's me. That's my 7-year-old filming me at the bottom.
Wow.
So clearly much more physically inclined than Daddy there.
Is it just using your body and your hands? There's no ropes or anything? Like
There's
rock climbing?
no ropes. It's just surviving. It's basically just surviving. You climb and you don't stop climbing. And then to get down, they say that for people like me, you can either walk down and take your chances or slide down. So I literally slid down the boulders on my back, and those pants are done.
Yeah, I would think that sliding down a rock would not be...
It's not great.
No.
It's not great for your pants or for your life.
No, I'm not going to do it. I wasn't planning on doing it, but now for sure I'm not going to do it. You also, have you scuba dived before?
I have.
Or is this, you have?
I have.
I kind of want to do it, but I also think I'd be claustrophobic or worried that water would get in, or...
No, I'm the most neurotic person there is, and seeing as I can't even dance up those steps, but I scubaed when I was in college. I went to Australia, and I went in the Great Barrier Reef the first time. Loved it. And then I've been doing it ever since. And I go to Hawaii. There's a guy that helps me named Blaze, because that's who you would work with to go scuba diving in Hawaii, a man named Blaze.
Yes.
And Blaze takes me under there, and it's always an experience unlike, it's like being in outer space. And I had an encounter with an octopus.
I know. So there's an octopus, and you held it, and then it went onto your...
It went onto my mask, and it did that thing where it's like exploding blackness. And
Who's putting it on? That's your Blaze putting it on you?
That's my Blaze. And then it went on my hand, and it was one of the most incredible experiences. You know, octopuses are considered some of the smartest creatures on Earth.
Yes.
And it really was this unbelievable experience up until the point that he left and didn't want to be bothered with me anymore. But there you go. He made his way out to my face. Yeah.
That is fascinating. Well, did you see My Octopus Teacher? Did you watch that documentary?
I did. Bald.
I know. If you haven't seen My Octopus Teacher, you see how intelligent they are.
Incredible.
They're incredible. I can't believe that happened to you. I had that experience. I would give anything.
No, you have to do it. It's honestly, it is. I'll take you. What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, it's my birthday, so
happy birthday!
Hanging out. We have to take a break. Well, your birthday's coming up too, so we'll talk about birthdays.
Perfect.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with Josh. We're back with Josh Gad. So yeah, my birthday and your birthday is coming up very soon as well. And you were saying during the break that your last birthday, anybody that had birthdays in the last year or two, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it turns out celebrating a birthday during the end of the world is not great. And it was my 40th. And I thank you. Nothing to cheer for. I know it's very hard to imagine I made it to 40, but nevertheless, my wife, who's incredible, Ida, she got a bunch of my friends together. I love escape rooms. And because I couldn't go to an escape room, she brought one to me. So we did a virtual escape room with all of our friends. And I said to her this year, I go, the only thing I want is to be able to just touch people, to hug people, to like reach out for people. And so I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to celebrate with people.
I hope you will too. That's you deserve that.
Thank you.
And then treat this like, I know that's a milestone to say 40, but just to every year should be a milestone. Every year should be celebrated like that. Let's talk about your new show, Wolf Like Me,
yes.
without giving it away.
Yes, so Wolf Like Me is this incredibly unique show that is a mixture of every genre you could ever possibly imagine. It's the story of this guy, Gary, played by me, and Mary, played by the brilliant Isla Fisher. And these two characters quite literally crash into each other's lives at a point in which both of them desperately need that outreach. Mary and Gary are both going through a lot, and this is a story that's about love being messy, where there's a big metaphor that you can probably see from a mile away in the title that I won't give away, but it's unlike anything you've ever seen. It's so fun. It's so scary at times, and everybody who's watched it has been loving it.
Yeah, no, it's great, and it's getting great reviews, and it's in Australia, which must have been fun and scary because all the scariest things in the world are in Australia.
Yeah, everything that's deadly on more than two legs lives in Australia, and we went to this incredible place called Broken Hill where they shot the original Mad Max, and you get there and it's truly the outback, and anything goes, and at the time that we got there, the weather was just perfect, and this is a small community that was nervous about COVID at the time. And we got there and we were very cautious, but when we got there, suddenly the entire atmosphere turned on us. So we were shooting in the craziest conditions I've ever seen in my life. There was like 100-mile-per-hour winds. It started storming out of nowhere. There's Isla and I. Isla is saving my life there. It was just insane.
That's crazy.
That screaming that you hear is us trying to make sense of whether we'll be able to leave Australia. It was magical.
Wow.
Australia is really a breathtaking place.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I agree. Wolf Like Me, check it out. It's available on Peacock. We'll be right back. Josh Gad, everybody.